Getting started the right way. Let's assume that you are brand new to online marketing, or you are finally going to go back and start from scratch. And for some folks, going back, starting from scratch and forgetting almost everything that you've learned is a good idea. The first thing you should do is to find something you are interested in that people want, and want badly. For example, you may not individually be into weight loss and fitness, but millions of people out there definitely are. Take me, for example. For the past 10 plus years, I've not been very active, healthy, or fit. I've rarely worked out over the past decade. I was just not into it, and I was more into making money and building wealth, etc. Over those 10 years, sometimes I decided to go work out and get fit again. I mean, heavens, I used to play college sports and used to work out every single day. But business and life got in the way, and I just stopped. Of course, I put on about 40 or 50 pounds of A-plus, pure, good old-fashioned American fat during those 10 years. So when I decided to work out and get rid of all that excess fat and get healthy again, it was such a struggle that all it took was my server to go down or some kind of mini crisis to happen in my business life for business to take precedence over my health. For me, money trumped health every day of the week and twice on Sundays. That's a mistake. My blood pressure went up and my doctor prescribed medicine for it. Still, I failed to get into shape. As of now, at the time that I'm doing this program, I'm working out every day, drinking much more water, mixing in protein shakes with juicing, and filling my body with nutrition. I've been drinking alkalinized water, learning about enzymes, refraining from processed foods like pizza pockets, and have been all about health. Later today, I have a meeting with a nutrition specialist I met last week, and I'm so into it now, I'm gravitating towards opening a storefront business that focuses on nutrition, health, fitness, etc. In fact, the meeting with the nutrition expert is about this business idea. You see, at my stage of business, anything I do is going to be based on making my money and knowledge and advice build the businesses or income to where I'm not physically the one trading time for money. In other words, the only way I'll ever consider opening a nutrition business is if I, myself, do not work in that business. I'd rather make my money do the work for me. I'll look at my money as little salespeople and an army that goes out there and works for me to generate more money. Therefore, a year ago, I would not even be interested in any kind of nutrition business. I would certainly not be into it. However, right now, I am very much into it, even though it's only been a short time since I've been into it. But I've taken to health and fitness all of a sudden much more than I have been into anything outside of marketing in the past 10 years. I'm paying attention to my newfound desire and interest. My wife has been very into health and fitness the entire past 10 years. She's been there every single day reminding me how important health is and how passionate people are towards it. For me, or for my wife and I, a health and fitness business makes sense right now. I'm not waiting around either. I have a meeting with a guy who happens to own a very similar business to the one I have in mind. I'm going to pick his brain clean. I'm going to make it worth it to him to allow me to pick his brain clean too. I'll end up modeling what he has done the past several years. I'm going to model. He's already hinted that he'll show me every detail to his business, from top to bottom, inside and out, every single detail. Why? Because he already sees the power of having me as a partner or alliance person to his business. After all, his website is all jacked up, does not work, and is just completely wrong. The online marketing experience and success that I have is leveraged to use as an asset to further grow my income, wealth, and success. Success breeds success. What does this have to do with you in step 1? Everything. If this potential business partner would have come to me and asked me to get in business with him last year, when I was not into fitness, and I jumped in with him, I would be merely chasing money. In my experience, chasing money can work, but it's much, much better if you do something you enjoy, are interested in, are passionate about, and will stick with for the long haul. This is paramount if you have not reached the $250,000 a year level. After that, you can chase money and do things that you are not interested in because you can afford to fail at them, and you now have the luxury of time and confidence on your side to do that. However, when you get to $1 million or multi-millions of dollars, you revert back to only focusing on things that you're passionate about. Money is just paper. Money is just math, and you realize that burnout is a big part of failure in business. Heck, if you have pushed hard to get to $1 million or more per year and achieve that, then chances are you are likely already burned out from all the things you did to get there. This is where a lot of people fail too. They get there and then their business starts to decline. They cannot really put their thumb on what's wrong or what is causing this downturn. They often blame the economy, others, etc. The likely reason is burnout. They've been doing the same things for years, and now it's boring, old, a grind, and the inspiration has actually left. It's going through the motions now. This is an important part of every successful business person's journey. They must recreate themselves. In fact, Dan Kennedy says that we must recreate ourselves every 16 months or so in direct response marketing. And he's right. I could and should write a book focused on what to do when you hit $1 million in revenue, but that's for the future. Right now, you most likely care less about $1 million and would rather focus on making your first $1,000 or reaching 6 figures so you can quit your day job. But I will say this about making $1 million if you happen to be at that level right now and are watching or listening to this program. If you are burned out and want to get to the next level, then you need to focus more on building a team that covers everything and managing them. You have been that person so far who's dictated the income for the company. You have been the salesperson and the marketer. You have innovated the products you sell. You have recruited the affiliates, sent the traffic, spoke at events, ordered big insertion orders, etc. That grind has run its course, and you are possibly miserable right now but don't know why. The reason is simple. It's just not any fun anymore. It's not new anymore. It's a job. Remember that thing? Jobs? You can drive traffic in your sleep. You can convert like the best of them. You can innovate products at the blink of an eye. Heck, you can create awesome products for yourself now, and fast. You can make money out of thin air, and yet you're miserable. Why? It's simple. It's not any fun anymore, and you're not inspired. It's a challenge to maintain cash flow now instead of push forward into the new, unknown, scary worlds out there. But you're a business person, a marketer, and people like us must constantly be stimulated by challenges and obstacles. We put our backs against the wall on purpose so we can come out fighting. We are a different breed of person that our friends and families do not understand. We beat by a different drum. What you need, if you are at this stage, is new inspiration, and my advice is to gain that inspiration through other ambitious people who want to get to the next level, that level that you're tired of being at. Build a team of superstars who work under your wing and who are go-getters. Help them, build them, guide them, mentor them, manage them, and build your existing business into a new business, one that is filled with enthusiasm and ambition. Get others to innovate products for the company. Get others to craft the copywriting and conversions. Get others to do the tech and customer service. Get others to drive the traffic. All in all, get the business, your business, to become its own living, breathing entity. Get your business creating income on its own without you. Instead of your people or employees supporting you and working to support your endeavors, get your people to produce the revenue. Turn your people into producers, not just supporters. Get them to generate money even if you are not there that day working. Get them to improve procedures and policies. Get them to build the company. It's not your company anymore. It's theirs too. After all, if they're full-time employees, then their financial lives depend on that company too. It's their home too. They go home and they tell their significant others about the business just like you do. It's a big family, and in a way you are the granddaddy or godfather of your business family. Yeah, I should write a book about that. But we're on step 1, and who said a program has to follow a specific outline anyways? So, finally, step 1. Pick a hot niche where customers are already buying lots and lots of products over and over again, sometimes in a feeding frenzy, whereas this is the market you love, are very much passionate about, and are interested in and can live in this market for years and years to come. How powerful is that? Heck, you should burn that quote into your mind over and over again and study it because it's loaded with insights. Seriously, you want to be in a market that's hot. That market must be a market where people are flocking to. It needs to be a happening market, and it needs to be a market that will stand the test of time. It must be a market where customers in that market do not just buy one product and that's it. They must buy lots of products over and over again. For example, I've probably purchased 1,000 different products on driving traffic. Now, yeah, that's one subject alone, not to mention all the other subjects. You are likely very similar. How many products have you purchased in this market? Are there other markets where you've purchased lots and lots of products? Answer these questions to yourself. What are the last 5 books I've purchased, and what were they about? What topics were they on? If I go to the bookstore, what sections of the bookstore will I gravitate to? If I was to buy a magazine before getting on a plane at a jam-packed magazine store in the airport, what kind of magazine would I grab and be interested in? What have I always wanted to get into, but have never had the time or money to really get into it, and I've been putting this off for a long time? If you were to stand on stage and speak about something you wanted to speak about, what would that topic be? Do you have any online friends? If so, what are they into? If you were to ask a best friend or significant other to describe you and your interest, what would that person list? If money were no object, and you could do anything for a living that you wanted, what would it be? And if money was not an object, and you wanted to teach a topic, what topic would that be? Now that you've gone through those questions, keep in mind that whatever the market is, it must be a hot market where customers buy again and again. It should be a market where some customers even spend big bucks on products or workshops. Are there any trade shows for this market? Are there any gurus? Are there any high-ticket, expensive home study courses or services in this market? Is this a market that has been around for a long time? Is it a market that will be around for a long time, in your opinion? Can you become an expert at one piece of this market, like a sub-niche or secondary portion of the market? For example, in our market, you could become an expert at social media, or an expert at press releases, or an expert at copywriting and conversions, or an expert at crafting compelling email copy, or at blogs, or video production, or speaking, or running events, or any number of a million different things. In the fitness market, maybe you could become an expert at raw foods, or Pilates, or yoga, or meditation, or mountain biking, or kayaking. By the way, I want to buy a kayak and priced them at a sporting store yesterday. Those things are much cheaper than I had imagined. What a great way to work out. I live right by the lake, so this is something that I'm going to do. Not that you really care, but hey. You're an expert. Now, again, on being an expert, here's my take, and the take of many direct response marketers too. If you study one specific topic hardcore for a few weeks or so, you'll end up knowing more about that specific topic than 99% of the human population. You see, most of the population does not spend any quality time focused on any one topic, and certainly not focused on a topic with the intent of teaching it, selling the solutions, etc. You see, most people just react in life and skim the surface of everything. Now, there are some topics that people go to school for, or medical school for, or law school for, or have to master that topic for work or something, but most have no clue when it comes to specific topics. Here's an example for illustration purposes. Let's say you spend the next several weeks only focused on how to get traffic with press releases. I'm saying that for the next several weeks, you focus on everything you can find, learn, discover, test, and examine for the topic of press releases. In no time, you'll know more about press releases than 99% of the population, and probably more than the people who actually write press releases. Quickly, you will be of expert status. Now, you may not feel like an expert or think of yourself as an expert, but you could easily hold your own when it comes to that topic. And if you're bold enough and confident enough, you could likely present yourself as an expert, and then people would treat you like an expert. Listen, I can hear that little voice talking to you right now too, and it's likely saying something like, "Yeah, but you have not effectively practiced or gained enough experience to be a true expert, so you're stretching the truth." I call that soft marketing, or to be even more blatant, I call it fluffy, soft, angelic, sloppy, sweet, rosy righteousness, powder puff marketing. In other words, it's being too soft. It's like saying, I'm not going to email my list and sell them things because that's too aggressive and people do not like being pitched stuff via email. This is marketing. This is sales. This is the real world of real business. Let me give you another example, and I've used this example 1,000 times before because it's a real example. I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. The doctor put me on medicine, and I did not like that medicine. Most people would simply get the prescription and call it a life. However, I decided to research this topic and wanted to find all the ways to answer this problem. Millions of people have high blood pressure. Quickly, I started finding potential solutions to this problem. Plus, I pretty much figured out why I had high blood pressure. One reason is obvious to many, but was not obvious to me at first because the doctor said absolutely nothing about this solution. He did not even mention anything close to this solution. He was more focused on prescribing the right medicine that would fit me and one that I would stay on. I had told him I hated medicine because I hate side effects. I mean, if a over-the-counter pill says it may cause light drowsiness, I'm zonked out in less than an hour. What the doctor did not even mention was a solution many believe to be common sense, which is to lose some freaking weight. Yeah, no mention of that, and I was not aware of high blood pressure at all. The reason I went in to see the doctor was because I was having problems with my eyes and I was getting headaches. He said it was high blood pressure. Now I know some doctors will be going through this program because I have a bunch on my list, and they're probably either smiling to themselves or are disgusted with that doctor for not even saying a word about me losing weight. However, the fact remains he said nothing. Heck, I thought I had a heart problem when I left the doctor's office. So, solution 1 is to drop weight. I found that out in about 2 minutes after researching the topic. Next, I researched and read that breathing was a problem for some, and that causes high blood pressure. This one struck me because I've often been told by others to breathe. For example, my old baseball coach would tell me to freaking breathe when we lifted weights. You see, I'd get all dizzy when I was lifting weights, and sometimes I thought I was about to pass out. He noticed that I wasn't breathing. I sort of hold my breath when in deep concentration or exertion. Well, guess what I noticed? I hold my breath when writing on my computer, or when trying to figure out a piece of software, or putting in a graphic headline. I found breathing exercises and breathing solutions, including devices to help with that. I was monitoring my own blood pressure, and the combination of breathing exercises and eating more healthy foods and light exercise crushed my blood pressure problem. Also, caffeine was a problem. Back then I drank tea, coffee, and soda like crazy. That didn't help me because I'd get all shaky and jacked up on caffeine. I could go on forever with all the solutions I found, and to this day, most of the solutions have not even been mentioned by doctors. Juicing helped me too. I could go on. But the big point is this. I probably know more about how to lower your blood pressure than 99% of the population, and probably more than 75% of those who have high blood pressure, and maybe even more than a certain percentage of doctors. Am I an expert trained in medical school? No. And I'm not ever going to claim I'm a doctor or can cure anything. That would be stupid as well as illegal. However, I can surely present a solution to high blood pressure that worked for me. Also, I can present it in a compelling manner that causes sales. Now, be sure to take a deep breath and breathe fully. This is the quickest way to 6 figures that I know. Earning 6 figures online is going to come down to 2 main things: traffic and conversions. I preach this until it sinks in, but if you want to make a bunch of money, you're going to need to learn how to drive traffic and convert that traffic. If you're not making money online, it's because you are not driving traffic and converting that traffic. What I'm going to cover in this program is exactly that. I'm going to give you point-blank insights for converting and for driving traffic, and ultimately for making money and getting wealthy. When you look to put the pieces together and finally start making money, then this program will take you through this step by step. Now, I'm not going to write the sales letter for you or install the squeeze page on your hosting provider or make your upsells work or create products for you, but I'm certainly going to lay out the blueprint for you to follow step by step. We're going to get it all covered, and you simply fill in the blanks and get each piece of the pie taken care of. I'm about to go over a lot on conversions because that's where the big money is found. Marketing is conversions. You need traffic, but you need to convert that traffic. Most people either cannot convert or cannot drive traffic. I'll help you cover both in this step-by-step program. It's detailed, but you're also going to have to take some initiative and fill in any blanks that you're missing. For example, if you can't get a squeeze page up and functional, you're going to need to pay attention to the part on outsourcing. So let's go ahead and get started. Step 1. Trade time for money or build a real business that can generate passive income, or both. Find an opportunity gap that you can fill. In other words, find an opportunity, a need, a want in your marketplace and fill it. This is going to require you look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what am I good at already? If you do this and find you are not good at anything yet, then this is a question to answer. What can I get good at fast? What I'd recommend you do is figure out what you gravitate towards. Are you interested in copywriting and conversions, traffic, technology, product creation, contacts, teaching, designing, managing people, researching? What? You need to figure that out. You're going to need to pick one and get good at something. It's called specialized knowledge, and it could be the quickest way to 6 figures from home that there is. For example, people need traffic. Right now, backlinks and social marketing and SEO is hot. It's hot and people are buying those kinds of services. I could provide manual submission to online directories, press releases to 50 different press release directories, social bookmarking to 50 different sites like Dig, etc., articles written and submitted, and so on. That's a very valuable service right now. People all over the place are buying similar services. There are other types of services to provide too, tons of them. Now think of all the things that people want and need. How can you supply them? But wait, you say, this is work, this is hard, this requires time. Aren't there a lot of other services like this already? How can I do this in an affordable manner and still be competitive and still make profits? Welcome to the beautiful, rewarding, challenging, and marvelous world of business. Isn't it spectacular? All excuses and challenges and obstacles are but only a creative idea away from being banished and out of your mind. There's opportunity everywhere because most people have those same exact excuses. The only difference between six-figure earners and non-six-figure earners are the six-figure earners ignored those excuses and did it anyways. They found a way to make it work. They picked a target and they went for it. You have to start where you are and have faith you can accomplish your goals. You have to have faith that if any obstacle arises, you will find a way around it, over it, to the side of it, or simply right through it. So step 1, find an opportunity gap and fill it. Create a real business, a service, and provide people with what they need and want. Research and figure out what people want and provide it. I know a marketer who's made millions online. He sold his empire and started a web design business. He had a huge, massive list of people, tons of products, all kinds of contacts, and he sold it all only to start up a service. I asked him why, and he said, there's more money in web design across the world, and I think I'm a good enough marketer to get a huge slice of that pie. The reason so many online marketers started earning a bunch of money in the offline small business market is because they started thinking like this. They started ignoring the pies in the sky and started creating real businesses and services. Start researching what the market needs and provide that service. Step 2. Create a real online business that can generate passive daily income for you. It's going to require something you've heard of before. This passive income is going to require you to dig down and finally get serious about building a list. It's really that simple. Almost every single marketer I know who earns 6 figures or more has a list of subscribers. And some don't even have that big of a list either and still earn 6 figures from that list. It's one of the easiest ways to 6 figures that I've ever seen. But that list must be responsive. And that's the problem for most people. Well, let me strike that. That's the second biggest problem for most marketers. The biggest one is how to start that list. 2 challenges. The first one is, where and how do you start a list from scratch? And the second one is, how do you make that list responsive? First, there's 1,000 different ways to do this, but let's keep it clear. You need traffic and you need conversions to build a list. Then you need to warm up that list to you. You have to turn them on to you, and we'll cover more on that in a second. Step 3, you need to create something valuable to give away free to get subscribers. You need a squeeze page or a system for capturing subscribers. You need a place to drive traffic to. That place must capture subscribers. What will you give away for free? An ebook or a report? An e-course? A newsletter? Videos? Audios? Etc.? First, you must find something valuable that people want, and that thing you're giving away must be presented in the right way to get subscribers to opt in. This is where conversions come in. But first, how do you get something valuable to give away for free? You can either A, create it yourself, or B, buy it. For example, you could interview some advanced marketers and give away the transcripts and upsell the audios, or if it's just written, you can give away the transcript of the interview. But again, it's the conversions which are important. And that's the key that most miss. It's not good enough just to go grab or just go create something to give away for free. It needs to convert. Step 4. How do you convert? Well, first ask yourself the question, what would make you opt in? I mean, you are sort of your market, and to think about what would cause you to opt in is a good start. Curiosity works to a point. Value works. Fancy-looking graphics can work to a point. So let's break that down. People opt in because they want something. Today, people don't opt in as easily as they used to. People are getting tired of spam and emails pounding the daylights out of their inbox. So you have to stand out above the noise. But you need to give them what they want. What does the market want? In the internet marketing space, here's what they want. They want freedom, a blueprint system that works, proof, simplicity, time savers. They want to be less frustrated. They want to make income fast. They want tools. They want a list. They want traffic. They want to be successful. They want gossip and entertainment. Most squeeze pages are boring. Opt in here to get my 7 steps to internet riches. Yeah, right. Now, imagine a video on a squeeze page that says, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, so I paid a high-priced mentor to teach me about driving traffic. He schooled me for 2 hours on nothing but traffic. This guy does about $400,000 online, too, and he just let it rip. I was allowed to record the entire call. Aside from a few curse words, this recording is incredible. He lays out exactly how he uses PPC and how he uses clickbank.com to get affiliates. He has a genius way of building that traffic into a list. I recorded the entire thing. As a special marketing test, I'm giving it to you today for free. But you're going to have to hurry because I'm thinking about selling this recording for big bucks. Now, let's take a look at a couple of things that were in that video recording. There was a reason why. It was a special marketing test that I'm running. There was urgency in there. I'm thinking of selling this. There's curiosity, value. It has desire. It has credibility. It has a lot of copywriting factors just in that one paragraph. But you know what? Nobody knows how it will do until you send it traffic. Then you will have a measurement of how many clicks came and how many opted in. You'll have an opt-in rate. And from there, you can tweak. You see, most squeeze pages you find out there do not have a reason why they are giving something away for free. You see that on sales letters, reasons why, but you don't see that on squeeze pages very often. You need a reason why you're giving something away for free. This is a huge insight for squeeze pages most people will never realize. Your reason why can dramatically increase your opt-in conversions. Here's how it goes. Pick your niche market. Create or buy something valuable to give away for free in exchange for subscribers. And this has to be something of true value. Create a squeeze page that is compelling, that uses copywriting psychology to convert. If need be, hire a copywriter. Provide the visitors with a reason why you are giving that value away for free. Have a reason, or they'll think it's crap, and that's why it's free. Hit on curiosity factors. Make them opt in to get the rest of the story. You need to focus on conversions here, and this is where most people fail. They may not be good at conversions themselves yet. Copywriters who are familiar with the marketplace often have a knack for what will convert. Advanced marketers have this knack too. Many newbies do not have their pulse on the emotions of the marketplace yet. Therefore, they often misfire when it comes to crafting a compelling squeeze page or opt-in formula. Step 5. Ever heard of the 2-step approach? This is popular in direct mail. In fact, here's the truth. If you want to know what works, it's the fundamentals of direct response marketing. That's it. Forget the magic and the sizzle in the sky to make a ton of money. You need the fundamentals of direct response marketing. Without those insights and fundamentals, you're just chasing a scheme, and schemes rarely work or last. It's chasing a buck, and it's temporary. What works is product plus traffic plus conversions equals sales. Okay, back on track here. Let's talk about a huge insight, the 2-step approach. Let's assume that most of the world has caught on by now and they are resistant to entering their names and emails to get free stuff because they know now that they will get a bunch of pitching emails that are trying to sell them stuff. Even my wife, who is not into internet marketing, hates opting into stuff now. Therefore, coming with a unique approach can be powerful, and this is how it works. Instead of having one single landing page where they have to come to and enter their name and email addresses to continue, come with 2 pages instead. On the first page, have them answer a few questions. You can make it multiple choice, and then click a continue button to move to the next page. This will get the visitors engaged in the process more, and they could be more likely to opt in on the second page. For example, your first page might have a headline, some copy, which is content, and then 4 questions on it. How much weight would you like to lose in the next 60 days? How often do you exercise each week? Do you drink sodas? How many hours of sleep per day do you get? Then there would be a continue button. On the next page at the top could be a short screen cam video that gives them 3 tips to losing weight. At the end of that video, you could pitch them on opting in to get your top 10 insights for losing 30 pounds or more very easily. 100% free as a special marketing test, limited and is likely to close soon. At this point, they are engaged in the process and the content. They did not just do a quick drive-by of your site. They answered some questions and then watched a short video. They are warmed up a bit and are engaged. They are pre-framed on your content because they watched your teaser video. They got a taste of your personality if you shot the video, and they are more likely to buy something or follow you now. Who do we buy from? We buy from those we know, like, and trust. This 2-step approach can be a fantastic way to increase conversions. Plus, for some paid traffic sources out there, it does not get slapped as often. Make that site look nice and attractive with professional graphics, and you could be sitting on a winner. Step 6. At this point, you know you need a squeeze page that gives something away for free, which is valuable, and you have some clear insights on how to convert better on that squeeze page. Your aim right now is to build a list and to warm that list up to you so that it becomes responsive. This is conversions too. Most marketers like to hit people over the heads with sales attempts and sell the snot out of them hardcore. If you think about that for a second, do you like to be sold hardcore? Probably not. Therefore, it's critical to understand that you need to be well prepared to eliminate that skepticism they have as much as possible. It's paramount that you get visitors to trust you more. You want to tip the scale of trust over to your side. Assume that everyone is deeply skeptical, because they are. They are not going to A, opt in easily, or B, buy something easily. People are becoming harder and harder to sell online or offline because money is tight and they think twice before buying stuff more than ever. Plus, competition is expanding and there are more and more people competing for the same dollars you are trying to get. What you should know is the magical insight to conversions. It's called proof. Proof factors are the factors on which you should sell. You should always look to do your marketing and selling based on proof factors. You could convert tons more people than your competition if you focus on proof. Proof and social proof trump almost everything else when it comes to conversions. And let me be the one to tell you this. To be a great marketer is to be a great converter. Traffic is easy. Anyone can drive traffic in the next 20 minutes by running a pay-per-click campaign. Traffic is easy. Conversions are hard. And the money is found in the conversions. It starts with the first impression of you and lasts all the way through to where they are paying you thousands of dollars for consulting. From a free subscriber to a VIP client, proof factors and conversions and warming them up to you is where conversions are found. How do you get proof factors? You do this through making your subscribers and customers raving fans of yours. You do this on purpose and you set it up ahead of time. For example, I could email my list right now and tell them I have a product I'd like them to review. I am only going to allow 10 people to get this product for free because I want feedback and testimonials. I follow up with them and stay on them about getting me feedback because people are not easy to get testimonials from. I know most will love it, but getting them to say it is another story. One method is to incentivize them. Here's an example I've used before. I might do a 4-week webinar course and then give customers a bonus of 2 more weeks. However, to gain access to weeks 5 and 6, they need to fill out a survey form. That survey form is geared to get me testimonials. Proof factors and social proof play a huge role in conversions nowadays. Think about all the review sites online. Think about the transparency we now see on the net. Everything is out in the open now. Word gets around fast. People review and post those reviews everywhere. Use this to your advantage by turning your customers into raving fans of yours. It is not good to simply toss up some piece of crap product and sell it. Because people talk. Customers will quickly post their frustrations with you, and that can kill your business fast. However, if you get raving fans, social proof sells like hotcakes. Case studies, endorsements, testimonials, review sites, buzz, over-delivering, unannounced bonuses, etc. These will all get you raving fans. Step 7. Further warming up of your list. This is critical. There are tons of lists and your subscribers are not just on your list. They are all over the place, likely on multiple lists, and are getting hit with advertising messages from every direction. Think about it for a second. How many lists are you on? And how many email accounts do you have? Are you on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc.? Do you visit forums? You are likely getting hit from all directions too. There's a ton of noise out there, and that noise is getting louder and louder. To rise above the noise, you have to be different. You have to capture your subscribers' attention and turn them on to you. Get them engaged in you and your material. And you can do this many ways, but the core concept is what's important. Warm them up to you. Turn them on to you. Brand yourself to your list. Use your own name a lot in emails to them, on blogs, on pages, etc. Positioning. Look, I don't really care what the herd says about gurus. All the guru bashing, it's irrelevant, and it's a given in our society. Criticism is a given and expected no matter what. You should expect criticism if you're doing above average things. If you are not average, then it means you're investing in yourself. You are investing in your dreams. You are taking the kinds of actions that most people will never take. Average people haven't made it this far through the program. Average people watch TV and play video games and spend their time on trivial things. Average people don't even mess with businesses or even think about quitting their job to work from home. Now they might think about it or wish for it, but they certainly don't take action. So expect criticism. And with that in mind, you need to abide by the number one law of publicity. Toot, toot, toot your own horn. Because no one else is going to toot your horn until you toot your own horn. Nobody is going to treat you like an expert until you act like an expert, talk like an expert, and think like an expert. People buy from those they know, like, and trust. They trust experts. Think about that for a moment. You got doctors, attorneys, celebrities, authors, speakers, product owners, etc. I have a buddy who contacted a guy who owns his own site and publishes a newsletter and free videos. He was excited when the guy responded to him. He's an expert. Later, he found out he's not that successful. However, he certainly appeared that way to my friend. Why? Because he did videos and audios and had his own product with his picture on the page and spoke to an audience. That is not viewed as average. Therefore, that guy on the site with the audios and the YouTube videos was an expert. Sure, he knew what he was talking about on his videos, but so did my friend. In fact, my friend might even know more than he does on the subject. If I studied how to write press releases for a couple of months, I'd know more about that than 95% of the population, including most people who write those press releases. Okay, now let's get to the main point of warming people up. You have to do it. There's too much noise out there. Rise above that noise, and here's how you can do it. Be, act, think, speak, walk and write like an expert. Be a leader, because the herd follows. Be entertaining, because the herd is bored. Be yourself, because the herd likes real people. Be controversial at times, because the herd likes gossip. Give quality stuff, because the herd likes free. Put yourself out there. The herd needs to see you and hear you and know you. Be different, because the herd is bored. Embellish some of your personality characteristics. Herd is bored and busy, and you need to stand out. Associate yourself with other experts and celebrities in the niche. The law of association and herd automatically pegs you as an expert too. Joint venture with other experts. Herd likes variety. Tap into their emotions, because the herd is an emotional people. Let's say that you are brand new and are just starting up your list. Let's say you are in the real estate investing niche. You're going to sell, market, and provide information to people who want to make big bucks in the real estate investing market. So, you set up a squeeze page like instructed, and you give away something valuable free to capture subscribers. You then hit them with sales attempts. You email them and sell them affiliate offers or your own product offers. Then you notice that most of them don't buy. What could be wrong? Maybe it's the sales letter. Maybe they don't want to buy that product. So you decide to give it away for free. You hate giving it away for free, but since nobody bought it, why not? You know it's good quality, but it's not selling, so you give it away free to your list. The next thing you know, people are emailing you about how awesome it is. They are asking you questions, asking you if you have a course they can buy, asking you if you do mentoring, etc. The next time you sell something, it should sell much better. One marketer I know years ago provided a free e-course to subscribers. It was on search engine optimization techniques. I was one of his subscribers, and I was absolutely glued to his emails. I devoured his free material. Later, he launched a software program and it sold like hotcakes. The internet marketing market snatched it up and it was one of the top products of the year. He turned everyone on to him and warmed them up to him, and he turned himself into a raging success very quickly. Information marketer. That means you market information, you distribute information, you relay information. Think about that for a second. We operate on the internet, and it is the information superhighway. We are marketers who distribute information to those who want that information. In other words, your niche. Where is information found? Everywhere. It's free all over the place, too. So why sell it? You sell it because people buy it. That's why. You find a place where people are buying all sorts of stuff, and you just get in the way of all the money being spent. I once gathered a ton of free articles online about a specific topic. I copied them and I pasted them into a PDF and sold the report for $5. People thank me for providing them with all those links and resources and for doing the hard research work for them. As an information marketer, you should know that you have access to tons of information. It's all over the place. You can simply research a topic, master it, and sell it. Just make sure it's a topic where tons of people are already buying. Sell what they are already buying. Sell what they are buying right now. Find out what people are buying and then go sell it to them. It's easy. Step number 8. Conversions. Now that you understand how powerful positioning is and why you should warm up and turn on your subscribers to you, let's talk more about conversions. First of all, conversions equals marketing. If you are not converting, you are not making money. This entire program could only be about conversions, and you would be a smart camper to have gotten this far with it. There's nothing more important than conversions when it comes to marketing. You might think it's traffic, and certainly traffic is critical, but traffic is not the key to success in online marketing. It's conversions. Sure, traffic is sexier and sells better, and more people are interested in traffic than conversions. And most people think traffic is the key to success online, but it's not. It's conversions. You might be able to get 100,000 visitors to a blog, but if that blog is not converting into dollars, it's almost useless. You might have AdSense links all over that blog and affiliate banners, but if nobody clicks them, you make zero. It's conversions. The highest forms of conversions are these. Number 1, celebrity or star power. Number 2, expert or an authority. Number 3, salesmanship. And number 4, useful. The highest form of conversions is star power. There's a reason why celebrities earn so much money. The herd loves them some star power. Tiger Woods plays golf, but he earns millions from endorsements. A guru in the internet marketing space, who is considered a celebrity in our market, can sell a product for $2,500 on list building and get tons of sales, where most others in the market can't, even if the product is superior to the guru's list building product. Now, not all of us want to become some celebrity. However, that does not take away from the fact. Celebrity is the highest form of conversions. The next on the list is expert or authority level. If you are in legal trouble, are you going to listen to a friend at the bar give you advice or pay an attorney thousands of dollars? If you need heart surgery, are you going to trust some nurse on what to do? No, you'll go to the heart surgeon. Specialized knowledge is extremely powerful and lucrative. Next on the list is salesmanship. That's where copywriting and slick persuasion techniques come in. Sure, this can be used on all levels to convert, and this is what most people think of when it comes to conversions. They think sales copy, and this can convert well too. This is where you see nobodies come out of nowhere fast and make a huge splash of sales with their product. The sales copy converted like crazy. A marketer can have a crappy product, but if the sales copy is great, it'll still sell like hotcakes. Now, it might have a huge refund percentage, but it will still sell great. The last on the list is usefulness. This is a product that's extremely useful to lots of people. It does not need to be great or even have sales copy. It can convert because it is very useful and it helps people. I tend to think of software or scripts that are very useful as tools that save time, energy, and money. Conversions, conversions, conversions. You are either a copywriter or you're not. If you are not a copywriter, then you need to do one of two things. 1, learn it and get good at it yourself, or 2, pay someone or partner with someone who is strong at it. That's it. If you're not good at copywriting, then copywriting could be a huge roadblock that's preventing you from moving forward in your business. Seriously, are you good at copywriting? If not, you need to get it covered. And yes, I'm talking about sales videos too. Some people are terrible at sales videos and copywriting, and they continue to try and sell their own stuff and wonder where the sales are hiding. But it's not all about copywriting and sales videos either. It's about branding and turning people on to you. It's about warming people up to you. It's about building anticipation, and there's a lot that goes into making sales. Testimonials are a big deal as well for conversions. The conversion cheat sheet. There are some main components to a sales letter or sales video, and you need to nail all of them. Here are the components. The first is the headline. You need a compelling headline. This headline is designed to do one major thing, and that's to capture attention. People are busy, bored, and multitasking, and then land on your sales message. Your job with the headline is to capture them, disrupt their flow, and get them engaged into your copy. This can also be called a pattern interrupt. Basically, with a pattern interrupt, you grab their attention by doing something that makes them take notice. You could say something off the wall, something bold and controversial. An example would be, all the gurus are lying to you. See how that shakes them up a bit at first glance of your page? This can also be applied to sales videos too. When they first start watching your video, you should capture their attention and disrupt their flow. A headline can be benefit-driven as well. Think of what your big benefit is, your big money phrase. Find out what is the main reason people will buy this product. Then craft a headline that uses that benefit. This is also where you'll find a hook or a big promise to offer people. You could be one good hook away from having a high-converting sales letter. It's that big of a deal. For example, I had a program where the headline was something like this: Get a membership site in 15 minutes. Basically, the headline says it all. In a matter of seconds, they have the main point of the letter, and the rest of the letter just supports the headline and turns them on even more. Here are some of the headline formats I personally love to use. If you want to blank, then this program will blank for you. This is basically an if you, then headline. Another way to start a headline is what if. I also like to use these on bullet points and subheadlines throughout my copy. This is a big conversion technique right here. What if is simply a question and is painting a picture. You are not necessarily saying this is going to happen, but you are implying that this could happen. What if you started getting thousands of clicks to your site this week? What if you could convert at 5%? What if you could launch a flurry of traffic to any site anytime you wanted? What if you could earn a passive income that allowed you to quit your job and live a lazy lifestyle? And so on. Another technique is to simply start out your headline with the word how. How to read this report and make yourself $1 bazillion. Of course, the famous who else headlines always tend to be good ones. Who else wants to earn money from home very easily with PPC? Your headline is quite important. It's the first impression, and you will need to nail it. With headlines, I like to use impact font size 25 to 40, Tahoma font size 18 to 20, the Georgia font size 16 to 20, the Veranda font size 18 to 20, and Arial font size 18 to 20. Next is the subheadline. The subheadline is designed to hit them with more benefits and get them to continue reading the letter. Its purpose is to engage them further and support the headline and pass them on to the rest of the letter. One of my favorite subheadlines is, for reasons you'll understand in just a moment, this letter will showcase why this report is the best report you've never read before. That subheadline hooks them, engages them to read further, and pre-frames them that this is very valuable. The next thing is your introduction. This is also very important. When you introduce yourself, you are still on a first impression basis, and you're still trying to get them to read the letter. You want to engage them and get them to make a mental decision to read your letter. You will introduce yourself here, but you will also need to capture them further. You can do this with a powerful story. Your story can follow this format. First, here's what I used to do. Next, that did not work. After that, I was frustrated, wasted time, energy, and money. Next, I got obsessed to find the answers. After that, here's what I found. Next, I tested it and it worked. Next, I tested it again and it worked even better. Next, I shared it with others and it worked for them too. Next, here's what most people usually do. I used to do that too. Next, that's why they all fail, like I used to fail. And lastly, here's what works and you should do this too, or continue failing like everyone else. The next thing we're going to cover is proof factors. We've already discussed this earlier, but as part of this format, this is where you need to make sure you tap into proof factors, which are testimonials, case studies, endorsements, screenshots, video proof, audio proof, social proof, comments, publicity, etc., etc., etc. Pepper your sales letter with all of the above if you can. The next thing we're going to cover is the Homer Simpson level. Your prospects have to get it. They have to understand exactly what it is and what they get when they buy. By Homer Simpson, I mean even his dumb brain should get it. Don't sell to your level. Sell to the Homer Simpson level so everyone gets it. And I'm not being rude. This is true. It's a big mistake tons of marketers make time and time again. They sell to their own level instead of the mass market's level. Describe your product, point blank, as to what it is and what they get when they buy it. Be direct and to the point as possible. Cover the features and benefits of the product. Next, we're going to cover reason why. You have to have a reason why you are selling this product. If it's so great, why are you selling it? If it's so cheap, why is it so cheap? If it's so valuable, why is it not more expensive? Many marketers miss this too. Reason why. I am selling this because I used to be just like you and I always wished someone would provide something like this. But you have to have skin in the game or you won't follow it. Therefore, it's not free. I did all the hard work for you and did all the research for you, so because of that, I'm putting a nominal price on this. Next, we're going to cover bullet points. Bullet points can make the difference between conversions a lot of the time. Bullet points need to be many headlines. They need to spark curiosity, but fuel benefits. They need to be emotional and tap into the emotions your market feels. Make your bullet points stand out and command attention. Here are some formats for some bullet points. How to blank. How to make sure you always blank. When not to blank. 3 tricks to blank. One little secret, when missed, causes blank to happen. Most people blank when they should blank instead. The 7-step formula for doing blank. The blank technique. Another thing you can do to jazz up your bullet points is to add action words to make them even more powerful. Adjectives and verbs such as tightly created cheat sheets designed to blank. Incredible steps to blank. Tremendous secrets for forcing blank. Mind-numbing method for blank. Super dynamo way to blank. Next, we're going to overcome objections. This is critical. You must stop and think. You have to put yourself in the shoes of the customers and ask yourself, why would I not buy? What reasons would cause me not to buy? If possible, get feedback from those who did not buy. Ask them point blank, why did you not buy? Give them a gift for answering that question. If possible, go ahead and give them free what they did not buy just to get the feedback. It's that valuable. Figuring out why they did not buy can help you overcome those objections and just watch your conversions fly. I could give you hundreds of examples of sales letters that failed because one tiny objection that was not overcome in the sales letter, but was obvious to the customers. Think like a customer. You can spell out the objections right there on the page. Why do I need to know about conversions? Because it's that important. You could be missing out on tons of money and failing miserably because you continue to ignore conversions. Traffic is one thing, conversions is another. You need both. Most ignore conversions. Next, we're going to cover who does not need your product. In other words, who it's not for. This is a classic technique where you list out all of the people who this product is not for. For example, this is not for tire kickers. It is not for pie-in-the-sky seekers. It is not for advanced gurus who know it all. It is not for get-rich-quick seekers. You can tell them what the product is not. This is not MLM. This is not PPC. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You can tell them what they don't need to know. For example, you don't need to know PPC. You don't need contacts. You don't need a list. And you don't need to be technical. Now we're going to cover how to stack the value. At this point, you want to tell them what it is point blank again and stack the value. For example, you spent 4 years learning this and 40 hours per week doing it. You've worked hard to learn all of this, and they get it instantly. This is worth years of experience. You can stack the value on dollars too. For example, the software is worth $1,000 alone, and I'm also giving you one-on-one mentoring, which I normally charge $500 for. Plus, I'm giving you my blueprint report, normally valued at $127. This is where you can add in bonuses, of course. Next, we're going to price it. You get all this value for the low price of only blank. Test your prices as well. Sometimes a higher price converts better than a lower price. You'll need to test it and see. The next thing we're going to cover is the bold guarantee. Listen, the number one reason people don't buy from you is because they don't believe you. They just don't believe your claims. Therefore, if you give them a crazy, bold guarantee, your conversions can skyrocket. Don't believe me? Try it out yourself. Offer a double your money-back guarantee or a 365-day guarantee and see what happens. Your conversions will skyrocket. Next, we're going to cover the closing statement. In sales, you have to close people to get the money. You have to ask for the sale. However, most sales letters you see never ask for the sale, and they never close strong. They build up the value throughout the sales letter and then close with a wimpy statement. Close strong. Coffee is for closers, and that's from a movie in case you haven't seen it. Take your headline and turn it into a closing statement. Hit them right between the eyes. Tell them they will either continue to have the problem that they have, or they will solve it by buying your product. Hit on the pain once again, agitate that pain, close strong. Next, we're going to cover the PSs. This is one of the most read portions of your sales letter. Make them strong and spend good quality time on them. You can restate the guarantee, hit them with a new benefit, hit them with the bonuses, and hit them with the money phrase. For example, get a membership in 15 minutes. Next, we're going to cover the contact us. Despite your best attempt to make the sale, people will still have questions. How would you like to make money just for answering simple email questions? Then put your email or phone number or both at the bottom of the page. Most refrain from doing this and they miss out. Now, if you sell tons and tons of product, maybe you could just put your help desk link there and let your staff handle it. But if you're a one-person show, take that and use it as an opportunity. Now here's a little sidebar advice. I want to take this moment and give you a technique that's been used many times and works great. It's a little bit more work, but it converts like crazy. So here it goes. When you have a list of subscribers, send them an email and ask them to email you back if they are interested. Then email them the sales letter as a PDF. Interact with them via email too. Answer their questions. You'll be surprised at how many sales you'll actually make. I believe this works for many reasons. One is, nobody does this, so it's different. Another reason is they believe you more when they interact with you via email. I've done this with high-ticket products and services, and I've generated well over $100,000 with this method alone. The next thing we're going to cover is scarcity. Scarcity is huge. If you put a limit on your products, they will sell much better than if it's open forever. Some kind of scarcity can certainly increase conversions. You can hit them with a limited number of copies will ever be sold. You can hit them with a price scarcity. Price goes up on Monday, and so on. You could put a limit on your products and sell only 100 and sell out fast. But if you left it open forever, maybe it took you 6 months or more to sell 100 and convert well. Instead, go for getting the highest conversions now. Create other products to sell later, or come out with a 2.0 version later. Next, know your market. This may seem obvious, but it's not. Knowing your market well, and I mean real well, can skyrocket your income fast. Do not discount this section as it has real power when you realize its dynamics. You see, if you know how your market thinks, what frustrates them, what they like, love, desire, gravitate towards, what their problems are, what they need, what's lacking in their businesses, what the biggest roadblocks are or speed bumps that get in their way, what their beliefs are, etc., then you can tap into that. If you know your customers better than your competition does, then you can win and earn more money. I'm not saying that there's a lack of abundance or a lack of dollars out there at all. I'm saying that when you know your market better than competitors, then you can be more creative and understand how to sell and provide for your market. You want to satisfy your market's desires. Give them what they desire. Sell them what they want, more than what they need or what you think they need. Don't sell them what you want them to have or what you think they need. Sell them what they want. In the internet marketing market, they want a magic button, a business in a box, traffic, blueprint methods, schemes, black hat tricks, a list, passive income, power, freedom, security, to be popular, to be special, famous, or to be someone, to be able to buy things and impress others, to be comfortable, to be lazy and work less, and to be accepted and admired. They are extremely skeptical. Therefore, you must hit on all of the elements mentioned as best as you can to counter that skepticism. You must give them a bold guarantee or risk reversal to counter that skepticism. The better you are at countering that skepticism, the more money you're going to make. One of the reasons, and there's many, why gurus convert so well is that there is not as much skepticism for buying their products. They are proven and public, and there's tons of social proof out there for them. They have star appeal. Sure, it's not going to counter all of the skepticism, but it will counter a lot of it. Your ability to minimize skepticism is the key to conversions. Now we're going to cover fears. Fear is one of the most incredible driving emotions. Fear propels people, it sabotages people, it limits people, and it cripples people from taking action or buying. Fear is the dominant emotion in most people. I don't know how many times someone has emailed me or told me, I can't buy this at this time because my wife would be very upset. So use it to your advantage in conversions. What are your market's 3 to 5 biggest fears in buying your product or using your product? How can you overcome those fears? Next, what fears in life does your market have? In the internet marketing market, many have fears of being homeless, losing money, failing, feelings of being inadequate or a lesser person. How can you tap into those fears and solve them for your customers? Peace of mind, security, and protection is a real driving force. Many just want to relax and not be stressed out, and they are willing to work hard, be workaholics, and chase their dreams forever just to find some kind of peace of mind from bills, money problems, stress, job demands, bosses, traffic, and problems in general. People connect money and financial freedom to happiness. That's a thought in their mind already, and it's your job, if it's in this particular market, to tap into those thoughts, images in their heads, and conversions already going on in their minds. Next is identity. This is one of my favorite topics. Take note of the following emotional triggers. Vanity. This includes fame, recognition, being popular, admired, respected, etc. The next is peace of mind, and this includes relaxation, relief, security, ease, easy, lazy, and freedoms. Next is self-improvements. This includes getting to the next level, higher achievement, advancement, being a better person, having a better body, healthier, more money, more spiritual, more happiness, better relationships, and more life. Greed. This includes control, pride, competition, revenge, power, etc. Those are all powerful emotional triggers to tap into one's identity. Think about all the different ways you can tap into those identity areas in your copy and advertising. These are all big in the internet marketing space. With vanity, you can tap into how people want to be admired, respected, and popular. What are people in your market currently hot about? One of the smartest insights you could learn is, figure out what everyone is buying and go sell it to them. But I want you to think about that more. In the internet marketing space, certain things get hot. I remember when AdSense was very hot and everyone was buying anything and everything about AdSense. It was an easy sell. If you wanted to make some quick and easy money, all you had to do was interview a few AdSense experts, wrap up the audios into a package, and sell the heck out of it. You can easily find out what's hot in your market right now. Research, craft a product, and offer a product, and sell it. Anyone can. But your ability to pay attention to your market can earn you a ton of money. Why is buying your product a smart purchase? What are all the reasons your product is a smart purchase? For me, when writing copy, I try to think about the logical reasons why people would buy what I'm selling. There are emotional reasons, and we certainly try to tap into those emotions in the make money space, but tapping into logical reasons is also quite important too. Some people rationalize the purchase and dwell on the decision before buying. Others buy very quickly with impulse buys. Therefore, if you spend some time thinking about all the reasons why it's a smart decision, this can pay off huge for you. Reasons such as saves time, money, energy, will keep you from having to do A, B, or C. Think outside the box and put yourself into the shoes of someone who contemplates decisions in an exhaustive fashion before buying. And appeal to that type of person too, not just emotional impulse buyers. Upsells, downsells, and back-end offers. This can be where the real money is made. Front-end offers can be where you break even if you're paying for traffic, and upsells can be where you start to turn a profit. Back-end offers can be where you really rake it in. Think about what the upsell offers will be ahead of time. Is there a way you can offer a premium version of your product? Or maybe you can add a continuity or paid newsletter of sorts. Perhaps you offer consulting or group webinars. Maybe it's a PLR product you provide, or an interview club. If you want to make a lot more money, then add in upsells. I like to have 2 to 3 upsells. Too many can be annoying, and some customers hate upsells. In fact, some complain a lot about upsells. But it's marketing, and it works. And anytime I see someone complaining about upsells, I instantly think they are not a marketer. They are a customer. Sure, you want to treat people right and over-deliver, but some things in business is just business. You are in this to make profits and do good things, but don't let those who express their opinions on upsells ruin that profit base for you. Believe me, if upsells did not work, marketers would not be using them and customers would not be buying them. Here's a quick intro script for a sales video to get your upsells going. Thanks so much for buying blank. You made a wise decision, but don't close this page. This might be the only time you will ever see this special one-time opportunity. If you click away, this page could be gone forever. You just purchased blank, and as a special one-time offer, I'd like to provide with you an incredible deal. As a special marketing test, I'm prepared to open up the vault and provide you with the following. Here's where you would list out what they would get and then close them. Upsells are where big money can come in. If you have an affiliate program set up, and you should, then the upsells can really make your launch. You could give 50% commissions on the front end or higher, and give less on the back end, and many affiliates are fine with that. Some will never even ask. The point is, that's where you can make a significant income. These upsells have to be solid, and you need to dial them in for conversions. If needed, continue to change them up, switch out the offers, and make them sell. If you find yourself paying for traffic, and that traffic is expensive, you're going to have upsells to make that traffic work, most of the time. The front-end offer tends to pay for the traffic, and the upsells are where the profit comes in. This allows you to compete for expensive keywords. If you see $1 per click traffic and wonder how marketers are affording that much in clicks, now you know. The profits are often found in the back end. Next, we're going to cover the damaging admission. This is where you admit to something that's actually damaging to your sales pitch on purpose. This increases believability. It makes your offer more trustworthy. For example, I am so terrible at technical stuff I can barely tie my shoes. So if an idiot like me can do this, I know you can too. So let's go ahead and do a review of the conversion cheat sheet. You're going to have a headline, then a subheadline, an introduction, proof factors, Homer Simpson level, a reason why, bullet points, objections, not for, don't need to, value stacker, price, guarantee, closing statement, PSs, contact us, scarcity, know your market best, fears, identity, what the market is hot about right now, why is it a smart purchase, upsells, which is part of the sales process, and the damaging admission. You are going to be doing a lot of testing, tracking, and tweaking if you are going to be an effective marketer. Testing is essential to profits. The more you test, the more you dial in your conversions. The better you convert, the more you make. The more you make, the more you make. It's a snowball effect. As you grow faster and faster. If you find yourself tweaking all the time, then you know you are finally in the game of marketing. At first, a new marketer who finds he or she is testing a lot can get very frustrated. But eventually, every successful marketer realizes it's the key to success. Eventually, the testing becomes part of the game, and testing and measuring metrics becomes interesting. It becomes a challenge to dial into conversions and make it convert better. There's lots of testing products available online. Prosper 202 is one that is pretty popular. Many like using Google Optimizer as well. You'll have to find the one that works well for you. Here are the main components for you to test: your offer, your headline, your introduction, your guarantee, your price, your bonuses, and a few other things. There are tons of variables to test: graphics, everything you can think of. However, there's one major thing that can change conversions big time. If you find your sales page is not converting well, it could be a number of reasons causing it to fail. It could be that nobody wants that product. It could be that it's too expensive. It could be the sales copy is terrible. It could be something is turning the customers off. It could be the graphics are terrible. It could be a number of things that are killing the conversions. However, if you have tried dialing in your copy with tweaking and testing all of those things, and it still does not convert, there could be one major thing you can do to increase conversions. That is changing your offer. Whatever your main offer is, the main presentation, the main USP or unique selling proposition, whatever your big promise is, your main benefit, that might need to be changed. For example, if I am selling a product on how to make money with Google AdWords and I find my product is not selling, I can change my offer and point of view. Instead of selling Google AdWords techniques, I could change it to how to drive massive traffic instantly to your site and convert that traffic into revenue. You see the difference? Maybe I'm turning people off by mentioning Google. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's an ebook, and maybe I should turn it into a program. Maybe it's a program, and I should turn it into a mentoring opportunity. Maybe it's a membership, and I should sell a home study course instead. Maybe I'm providing 10 dynamic steps to 6 figures, and it's not working, so I change it to Stacker Formula, and it sells like hotcakes. Changing up the offer can provide you with huge changes in conversions. It's the number one conversion factor other than proof factors. Proof factors. If your stuff is not converting, it might be because nobody believes you. Your believability is not working and people are skeptical, and that skepticism is killing conversions. If I said, hey, I've made $1 million online and I'm going to show you how to be a millionaire by next Thursday, and you'll be rich by the end of the month, and we can go swimming in Hawaii this month together and fly around in our own huge private airplanes, you might not believe that and not buy. But if there are no proof factors on your page to back up your claims or big promises, it makes it hard to believe. In fact, since so much of those testimonials are fake, it's great to get video testimonials because they are considered to be real for the most part. If you get a celebrity or guru endorsement, that boosts conversions big time. Proof factors are by far one of the main things you need to convert. When you drive a lot of traffic and test that traffic and tweak your stuff and try to convert better and better, you maximize your profits. It can be the difference between not making any money at all and making $1 million per year. Ask any $1 million marketer about testing and they'll give you a profound statement that clearly says, "Damn right I test." Every single $1 million marketer I know tests, tracks, and tweaks. At this point, you know you need to have a squeeze page that captures subscribers onto a list. You need to give away something valuable for free to bribe them into opting in. Next, you know you need a highly converting sales letter and upsell process in place and dialed in. You also know you need to test, track, and tweak. We've talked a lot about conversions because it is important. We've talked about techniques and how to warm up your subscribers to you. We've talked about a lot of stuff for making money thus far. The clear defining point should be you need to focus most of your time on traffic and conversions. 90% of your time should be spent on traffic and conversions eventually. In a moment, we'll get into traffic, the lifeblood of this business, but before we do, there's one more thing I want to hit on hard, and that is pick one business. Too many marketers fail because they are all over the place, starting all kinds of projects all over the place, all the time. We've already covered that in this program, but think about it one more time. If you focused on building one business for the long term, you'd have tons of backlinks coming into your site, you'd have your conversions dialed in and popping, you'd have your product keyed up with lots of value, you'd have your squeeze pages rocking, you'd have affiliates selling for you, and you'd be growing and growing that business bigger and bigger each and every month. However, in this business, it's too easy to start up a new project and ignore or forget the last one you were working on. This means that all of your products are only getting 20% or so of your best effort and focus. One business you grow and build over time is also a business that grows so big that you could sell it for big bucks in the future. I urge you to make one business successful and then expand to others. However, as an info marketer, when you master the fundamentals of direct response marketing, you can make a fortune off what is called the moving parade.